with the release of Visions of Eternity, I've come across a DPS Troubador build that is surprisingly strong in ranked, and I think it can definitely be a viable power DPS in a team fight due to the general damage you are outputting, but also the damage mitigation and healing you are also outputting. I think Troubador is a bit of a sleeper, but unexpectedly impactful. This video will be a build, showcase, and commentary of a plat level match, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna go over this build here. It's Chaos, Illusions, and Troubador. Chaos, I think this is, so a friend gave me this build, and I guess you're getting Chaos Storm off of your heal, which I think is kind of placeholder, but you can kind of stand in it for some stuff. You get Condi Cleanse when you distort, and then this is the big one. Mainly you're getting that stability on the F5, but you get stability per shatter, but it's kind of like, it's harder to use because your shatters have a cast time, and it's just a 1 second stability per shatter. But overall, this is pretty good boon generation. Then in Illusions, you're getting your F1 gets 2 charges, Phantasms have quickness, and then this one, which is just enhancing all of your shatters. Pretty solid all around. And then you're taking the Tails heal and grant protection to nearby allies. This also affects you, so this is giving you sustain for you and some team play for your allies as well. And then your lively loot, I do find on DPS builds you do want this trait. Generally, this will increase the damage of your F1 by quite a bit. And then if you have 3 notes, so you got 3 of these notes here, then it'll basically spawn the lively loot clone, and this will hit them twice. And with this trait, this can stack up to like, or I mean, it's like any of these will activate twice, has no cooldowns, but you're probably not going to be spamming this because you're not going to be able to generate 3 notes that easily. But yeah, this is, you know, if you get it with lively loot, you're probably going to do like 10,000 damage. I run Demolisher, Defender, and Infiltration. However, I know the person that gave me this build, they said they run Berserker, you can run Firework Relic, Defender Relic. You can run Wayfinder. I don't think it's that necessary. You can get swiftness from your Phantasm, your Spear 4, and you can also get swiftness from your number 5. And this is a passive, so if you have 3 notes and you use your drum here, you will get 25% movement speed for about 20 seconds with this trait. So with those 3 things combined, I don't think Wayfinder's necessary. Personally, I run Defender because I like to have a little bit more sustain. And then it's Spear with the energy cleansing, and then Dagger Shield with the energy cleansing, and you can also run Axe. I know Axe is pretty popular. And then for your utilities and stuff, you're taking the heal, and this is AoE heal, so this is providing a little bit of sustain to your allies as well. But this is such a short cooldown that I think you generally probably just want this. And then you're running the AoE stun break, stability, blink. This is the DPS one. I found generally you want to be using this for your notes. This grants you 2 notes as long as you have the lively loot playing, and then the AoE distortion. So off the opener here, I activate my F3 because the F3 gives you a passive, I believe it's 25% movement speed. So you can use it for mobility when you're rotating between nodes. And I'm playing defensively mid. Our team pushed far, our team pushed home, and I'm outnumbered in the mid fight. So I am just playing toesies, this Guardian here. I start returning fire a bit, try to avoid that engineer's pull there. And I'm just keeping awareness of the map rotation. I start peppering them down with some range damage here. And the engineer is very pressured, and we have a excellent map state. They're all falling back to their home node, kind of like a regroup home play. Get the kill on the engineer. Now I'm pressuring the guard. And we kind of started to crumble here. So the Revenant managed to pick off my teammate mid, and then we lost the home node. So we had like a great opener, but the enemy team has managed to flip it around on us. And I'm just kind of pressuring him here. And he goes for a crazy burst. You know, that power conduit just, it has insane bursts. So I'm going for some pretty good kites, some counter pressure, just kind of on the no teleport spot there. It pressures him so hard. And I start going on the aggressive here. And then he, right there, actually overextended and he flipped it around on me, ends up killing me. So the Revenant played extremely well there. Now while I died, we also had our Ritualist die far, and we managed to win our home node. So off this off respawn here, I decided I'm gonna push the mid fight. We got a little 3-man push on the mid node, or a 4-man push actually, and somebody on their team decapped our home node, but it's not really a priority now. What we want to do is kind of regroup the team and get some kills. We managed to get the kill on this engineer here, and I stomp him out because I find in this current meta state, some reason bleeding is just not that effective. I feel like it always ends up getting revived or rallied, and I find myself frequently stomping bodies out or cleaving them out nowadays. So we get the kills at the mid fight, and I start pushing far. And he's hitting some insane evasive maneuvers. His engineer's kind of reinforcing the plus there. And we have a fight mid and a fight home. So I use my distort there to kind of just heal up a bit, counter pressure. And these guys, the target is 100% me. They're focusing me. They've managed to blow a lot of my defensive cooldowns already. I blink out, heal up, and they end up killing me. Like my team just, I think I played pretty well there defensively, but my team really just wasn't able to counter pressure them at all. And I also wasn't able to counter pressure them while they were pressuring me. But there, looks like the Revenant overextended himself and they managed to get him into the down state, but they're heavily outnumbered with this down state. So this game has just been, it's just been like flipping back and forth with the two teams here. And so our Revenant decides they're just going to go for the kill on the Thief. At our home node, he's going to secure our Mesmer at that point. And I noticed that, so I played defensively mid. We have a low 50-point lead so far. And this is definitely a game where the enemy team is making us work for this win. So we once again regroup, and we're outnumbering the mid fight here, and it looks like our home node got decapped again. You know, I feel like this is a classic Visions of Eternity match. You know, we're probably gonna get kills mid, we're gonna lose sides, then somehow we're gonna end up losing the mid fight like extremely shortly after we win it. Seems about how it's going. So right here, I'm looking at the Revenant, because this Revenant is just, he's going to do insane damage. Power Conning is crazy. I activate the AoE distortion there, just to prevent them from counter pressuring my team. And it makes this where we're really not pressured at all in this fight. And so when it comes to this build, it's kind of low key in that you can use the distort, like the damage isn't insane, but it just has like so much damage mitigation. It really does kind of sneak up on you in these fights. Something like a Amalgam is going to be doing way more damage, but this is just gonna, it's just gonna be like kind of sneaking up on you. So right there, I get Condi bombed. So that might be a Condi, I believe that's a Condi Thief and a Condi Mesmer there. And I overextend myself, get caught off guard, and they ended up killing me. And so right here, I'm trying to peel Silencing Swords out, and I get huge Confusion Bomb, and I just chunk all my HP by myself, just attacking with all that confusion. And I go for some kites here. We have some people dead, and I want to make sure I don't get picked off just like they did. And so I get very pressured from the Revenant there, so I kind of teleport out, trying to get some help from my team. I popped the AoE Distort there, and it honestly wasn't too great. I don't think it really had much use there. And me and Big Chen Ping here just we're bunkering down that mid node while being permanently invuln. We managed to get a kill on Battery Death. I'm cleaving that out because, like I said, I don't like bleeding anything out in this meta, really. And I see our Guardian's kind of, he's attacking a Mesmer there, so I'm looking at the Mesmer, I see him walk by, and I should get this kill here. No, so he dies there. And the game's coming to a close here, and we are neck and neck. We have a 30-point lead. And I'm just I'm playing the map. I'm keeping awareness of where everybody is on the map, and I'm trying not to die. I'm just trying to play smart and try to play the objective good, rather than just going for like crazy mechanical plays. Trying to build up that slow lead. And so I got the Revenant on me. I interrupt his burst there, and I heal my teammates with the F4. This even though you're a DPS, this build does actually have quite a bit of healing. It has quite a bit of healing, quite a bit of damage mitigation. You can use your F5 for stability as well. And we have managed to hold basically a triple cap for the past 100 points, and we got multiple kills right there. I think that pretty much seals the deal for this game, I would say. But the enemy is pushing once again. They could still come back. I try to get my Distort off there, my AoE Distort, but I'm a little bit slow, so I tank the Prime Light Beam, which puts me a little bit behind in this fight. But I'm still engaging it. And me and Alright OK are just kind of separated on two different targets. And right here, I got two on me. So the enemy team has managed to decap the entire map. So like I said, you know, they could come back. Right there, I was 100% dead, but I managed to hit this kite spot. And the enemy team they just seemed like they were not that capable of also hitting this kite spot. By the time he does hit it, I'm at full HP, not really pressured anymore. I'm kiting out here. Just important that I don't die, play the objective. I still have this Mirage on me, and I will admit I would have lost that 1v1 to the Engineer Far, but me just like pulling 3 opponents and not dying there ended up giving me huge value, despite the fact that I like hard mechanical misplayed in that fight. And so we get a kill there. We're holding the double cap. enemy team decaps our home node, it doesn't really matter. All we have to do is hold down this one node. But it's worth noting, if I'm under the wrong situation, I can't actually AoE distort here because it could potentially decap the node for our team. But it doesn't come down to that, and we get a nice win. And I believe I can show my stats here. So I'm about 1590 rated, got 0 top stats. Welcome to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw and want to see more like it, then feel free to subscribe. I make Guild Wars 2 PvP and World vs. World content, and also some variety content on the side. I think I'm going to start streaming more, so if you'd like to watch some high-level gameplay, you can catch me at Shadow Pickle on Twitch. I'll leave a link in the description. Thank you for watching the video, and I shall see you guys in the next one, which may or may not be on Guild Wars Reforged.